We're starting. 3, 2, 1. What is up, Tubes fan? Tubes, I'm back with you. And welcome back to the channel. So, some life stuff was going on recently that I kind of wanted to share. Um, there are a lot of things going on. I know I've talked about some of them with like potential changes in my work and so on and so forth. But this one is kind of like a self-improvement thing, and I just felt like sharing. This may have some impact on content on the channel right now, but as of right now, I know that I've sorely fallen behind schedule. I am going to try to pick up with that. But I wanted to announce that I'm going back to school. I'm very excited to be doing it. My work has a program where basically they're going to be paying all my tuition, so I don't have to worry about tuition. And I'm excited because I'm going for some certification that will allow me to take up a job that isn't going to be a driving position, which will be nice. And if I can, I'm going to try to get one that's still with the company. So if I can do that, then I'll actually be getting the degree that I always wanted. Because if they're going to at least pay until I can probably at least get my bachelor's, if not my master's, then I'll have little to no student debt, and I'll be 3/4 of the way to getting my doctorate. And I'm very excited about this, so don't be surprised if a lot of my talking content in the coming months is going to be highbrow stuff, the sort of shit you hear in textbooks and so forth. It's a big change. And I was worried I wasn't going to be able to do it, but here goes nothing, and I'm going to wing it. Hopefully I can. And if I can get off the road, that's going to change the course of my entire life. Hopefully for the better. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to come out right there and say it. Very excited for this. So other things that are coming down the pipe unrelated to that. I've been working on the latest updates to CubesCraft. I almost have things done. I still have to do, I want to say I have somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 config files still to update so that they are the way I want them. And then comes the playtime. We're going to bring her back, and I'm going to try to get more people playing. We're going to try to do some crowdfunding streams in the next few months to start getting some stuff going for funding some equipment replacement, not only for myself, but for a couple of the other members of the group too. So there's some longer term goals in there that I want to do. I am going to make a dimension on the new version of the server. I'm actually going to refer to it as a realm. And you guys will see, I'm so stoked for this. I have some mega builds planned for the server. So I'm just kind of come out here and announce it now. The next season of the server is going to be the beginning of the lifelong plan that I want to go forward with the server, which is I want to have us as the private group of players begin making our own little zones and stuff. I've added mine colonies to the server, so it's a little more realistic as far as there's NPCs rocking about and stuff like that. The end goal that I have for that is that eventually I want it where each of us, or a couple of us, so for instance Maddie and I will probably have the same zone, have our own zone, and then we will open the server up for public use. I've got to do some fiddling around. I got to make sure all of my permissions are right for the mods. And I have to change things up, because right now what I'm doing is I'm piggybacking the server on a Direwolf 20 jar. And although I may still have to do that as far as the actual jar of it goes, I want to design a new custom main menu and stuff. For those of you wondering, CubeChat is currently running a augmented version of Direwolf 1.12. But I added some more space stuff. I added a mod called Star Maker, which actually allows you to add custom celestial bodies from Galacticraft. I'm going to be working on that. There's a lot of things that I'm going to be testing out as time goes on. There's going to be some mega builds I'm going to do. I'm learning to code bosses for custom NPCs, which is not so easy in the older versions, so bear with me. But yeah, I'm going to be developing custom dungeons, custom lore for the server, and I'm going to be inviting a few more people in as well. But yes, I'm very much looking forward to getting everybody who can still play back together. We want to do the crowdfunding stuff so that we can get a couple people replacement computers who are having a hard time playing now. Like, Liam and I can play vanilla fine, but modded is a bit of a hassle. Liam's playing on his Steam Deck right now. And I'd much rather help him get a new PC so that he can play properly with the PC. But yeah. So there's that. I'm going to have a whole UHC realm. Okay, I'll spoil it. One of the things that I want to do is utilizing, I don't know if Last Millennium is in 1.12 version of Extra Utilities, but if it's not, then utilizing probably the Blank Planet dimension for more than just that, but for a few things. I want to do a mega build of Asgard. With the caveat, one of the caveats being that at the end of the Rainbow Bridge, where the Bifrost is, I want to make little portal rooms that don't necessarily go off to every realm in the server. But, for instance, I want one that goes to the Nether. I want one that goes to the overworld, so like Niflheim and Midgard. I want one that goes to the Twilight Forest. I want one that goes to the End. And I'm not gonna have them for like every planet, say, but I want to have a handful of them, and that way, those are the doors to those different places. We also have the Stargate mod now, so there will be that. But I was so enticed by the idea of the Bifrost. I mean, what I might do is I might do the Bifrost build, and then each portal branch that branches off will have a Stargate in it, maybe, is what I'll do, so I can integrate those things together. I wanted to have Warp Drive in there, but because of a couple attributes of the mod, it was just causing too much lag. It was crashing my computer. So I had to take Warp Drive out. I've been trying to... I don't know why my computer's been crashing lately. I think I was overclocking it too much, so I've been trying to fix things so that the mod pack will actually load properly. I might have to remove a few more mods. But I am going to be adding some stuff. I am going to be changing up some recipe stuff, so that'll make that a little more straightforward and complicated. Complicated in that I'm going to be altering the prices of a lot of craftings, but straightforward in that I'm going to try to be zeroing in on a lot of duplicity in mods. Um, there's going to be some stuff where I might remove or add a recipe just so it's universal across the board, or I may even choose a couple of blocks, for instance, a couple of machines that are redundant to hide so that they don't keep showing up as just chosen of venues. I have a new mod that we're playing with. It's just to like add different ways of crafting things, but it adds an alloy furnace, and we already have enough alloy makers. I think I'm just gonna hide it. And I'm also gonna do a little more like with like the food stuff as well. I've always been fascinated by that. With cuisine in the pack now, it opens a lot of doors. I'm trying to learn how to add foods using Craft Tweaker or Content Tweaker. Like adding an already existing item into the food list. Because I want to add a couple items that I feel like should be edible. For instance, the Biomes of Plenty water oats or whatever they're called. Or maybe is it like a wild rice thing or something? Anyway, there's a couple of those plants where I'm like, those should either be craftable into something or usable as an ingredient in food. At least for cuisine, if not for like proper recipes. So I'm playing around learning cuisine. The pack will remain in active development. But yeah, there's going to be changes to and fro, some give and some take there. And also, I am, as a sort of side project, trying to learn how to make my own mods. So that may be something that comes to fruition in the future. But I'm not having any definitive immediate plans. Eventually, I want to go back and finish Project Valendrad, but I've been not worked on it in a while. I'm not expecting to work on it for a while. So I'm sorry for any of you who are chomping at the bit for that to get done. That will probably still be a long ways out before that's done. But yeah, so there's that. I'm sorry for not streaming this week. I know I streamed last week. We had an interesting stream with Zill. That was not how I expected that stream to go, but I was happy to have him. I was really hoping that a couple of the other guys who were on earlier that day were going to be on and would hop in voice with us, but that wasn't the case. So hopefully our next stream goes better. I'm going to try to do some backlog recording during the work week this week while I'm out in the truck. So that I've got a couple episodes of Paper Mario and stuff done up. I've got a couple episodes of Zelda I need to do up. I'm going to record special backing tracks for those, though, because Zelda's a different animal than just pasting something over. Greg Techmar wasn't talking the first time around. Those couple of times, either my audio broke or sometimes what happens is I'll be using OBS or Streamlabs to record something else. And I'll forget to unmute my mic, so I'll go and I'll start recording, and I don't realize that the bars aren't moving. So that is just the way it is. But yeah, so I've got a few episodes of that. I got a couple episodes of Paper Mario. I'm going to do a couple more episodes of Paper Mario. There's some stuff I want to get the ball rolling on so that I can get it all done. I did want to let you guys know ahead of time that I'm going to try to take a page from my sister's book and start backlogging a lot more stuff. So I won't be surprised if I end up doing something like putting up a few weeks worth of like Injustice and Contest of Champions and stuff like that. The no commentary or few commentary, little like mobile game type things and little quick things that didn't really need editing very much. Because I want to get a bit of a roll on things so that the stuff that's requiring more intensive amounts of work, I'm able to get done, edited, scheduled, not killing myself trying to do, because it can be exhausting trying to do it all at once, and get it uploaded like a month in advance or 2 weeks in advance or something like that. My goal is by September to have a month's worth of content up on the channel ready to come out. Which in and of itself is quite a bit of an undertaking. I've been trying to record as many of these voice clips that I can. But yeah, that's the end goal, is that I would love to see at least 2 or 3 videos a week uploaded for the entire month of September by the time August 1st happens. I'm sorry for the plans that I had that really got shifted. Those were not all the fault of outside influences. I've said before, I had my own issues. My ability to sit and stand problem aside while I was hurt, but also just like I had depression, I had anxiety, those things stay with me. I had creative block. I couldn't think of what to talk about. And as things have wound up into stuff going on and me trying to get the ball rolling with Knights of Icon and stuff, it's been a process, and I'm working hard at it. But I'm also trying to get life together, Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this stuff. If you do, please make sure to slap that like button and let me know that you did. Don't forget to support the channel and everything I do over on Patreon, patreon.com/XenTime. I'll catch you guys later. I'm just going to chill out. I'll see you. Peace!